there's law in Brazil that if you have unproductive land, then the government has to give that land over to peasants so that they can, use this and have a sustainable lifestyle. So she and her community came in, they settled this farm, and they were using it for cattle. And so because it's not their land and they're not sure if they're going to get title and how long this is going to take, it's going to take 9 years for them to get title. They just kept doing the cheapest thing possible, which is raising more cattle. This is the big leftist organization that's a communist organization. And they're doing it because it makes complete economic sense. They don't have the resources to do it. Why are they going to invest the money they don't have to buy the equipment that they don't have to retool the land to become an agroforest, which is a more sustainable model that as everything's in balance and use multiple different crops overlay. It's not monocropping. And so she was saying that they were all doing this because this is a thing that was provided. They don't have, the government's not really coming to help them. The NGOs aren't coming to reach them. And then now they're seeing that the cattle is becoming unsustainable for them. Like even if they wanted to, which they never wanted to, which is the thing that was made the most economic sense, with the new heat waves and the dry seasons that are becoming longer and longer, it's actually not profitable for them in a way that it never really was, massively profitable. But they want to have agroforestry, which is one of the best ways to have sustainable economic systems for local people that also regenerates the Amazon and prevents this massive collapse that we just talked about. And they're desperate to get this money, to get a little bit of help, which is it's so little money. There's a study that I cite in my chapter that said that over 20 years to have the transition to a sustainable Amazon economy, it's $500 billion, which sounds like a lot of money, but you know how many trillions of dollars there are in the economy? Do you know, this is like 0.5% or 0.2%, I don't remember, of the GDP of Brazil per year. It's so much less than is going to the subsidies for mining and oil and for big agro and for these major landholders that are not paying any of their fines. So it's really it's not, in some ways it's not hard at all what the answer is, and in other ways it's incredibly complex and impossible because it's politics. So it really depends on the lens that you're using to look at the situation. But there are millions of people in the Amazon that are ready to participate in the solution if you can work with them to help.